Hello and welcome to Daily Dose of English. I'm Jessica, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. In today's episode, we're going to talk about something very simple, very natural, and very relatable. We're going to talk about rainy days. Yes, rainy days. Those days when the sky is gray, the clouds are heavy, and the rain falls softly or sometimes heavily on the ground. Before we begin, if you enjoy learning English with real-life conversations, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends who are learning English too. Your support helps me create more content for you. Now let's dive into today's topic. So, rainy days, some people love them, some people don't. But no matter how you feel about rain, it's a part of life. And today, I want to share with you how people talk about rainy days in English. I will teach you useful phrases, natural expressions, and real sentences that native speakers use. And as always, I will speak slowly and clearly so you can follow along, understand, and practice with me. Let me start with a simple question. Do you like rainy days? I know some people say, "Oh, I love rainy days. They're so cozy and calm." Other people say, "No, I don't like rain. It makes me feel sad or lazy." And you know what? Both feelings are okay. Both are normal. Rainy days can feel different to different people. For me, I actually enjoy rainy days, especially when I'm at home. There's something peaceful about listening to the sound of rain. It's like nature's music, soft, steady, calming. When I hear the rain tapping on the window, I feel relaxed. I feel safe. I feel like the world outside is quiet, and I can just be still for a moment. But of course, rainy days are not always convenient. If you have to go outside, if you have to work, or if you forget your umbrella, then rain can be a bit annoying. But today, we're going to focus on the cozy side of rainy days, the side where you're warm, safe, and comfortable inside your home. So, what do people usually do on rainy days when they stay inside? Let me tell you some of the most common and cozy activities. The first one is reading. Reading is one of my favorite things to do when it's raining outside. I sit near the window, I hold a good book in my hands, and I just read. Sometimes I read fiction, sometimes I read something inspiring. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that I'm relaxed and enjoying the moment. Here's a natural sentence you can use. I love reading a good book on a rainy day. I love reading a good book on a rainy day. This means you enjoy sitting down with a book when it's raining. It's a cozy, peaceful activity. I love reading a good book on a rainy day. I love reading a good book on a rainy day. Now you repeat. Another very popular activity is watching movies or TV shows. There's something special about watching a film when it's raining outside. You feel warm inside, you have a soft blanket, maybe you have some popcorn or tea, and you just relax. Some people like to watch old comedies. Old comedies are funny movies from the past. They make you laugh and feel good. Let me give you a sentence. I enjoy watching old comedies on rainy afternoons. I enjoy watching old comedies on rainy afternoons. This means you like to watch funny classic movies when the weather is rainy. I enjoy watching old comedies on rainy afternoons. I enjoy watching old comedies on rainy afternoons. Now you repeat. And of course, we can't forget about snacks and drinks. On rainy days, people love to drink hot tea, hot chocolate, or coffee. They also eat cookies, popcorn, or other small treats. These things make the experience even more cozy. Here's a useful phrase. I always make hot chocolate when it rains. I always make hot chocolate when it rains. This means every time it rains, you prepare a warm, sweet drink. I always make hot chocolate when it rains. I always make hot chocolate when it rains. Now you repeat. Now, let's talk about memories. Many people have special memories of rainy days from when they were children. These memories are often sweet, funny, or even a little bit magical. Let me share one with you. When I was young, I used to visit my grandmother's house on rainy days. Her house was old and cozy. It had wooden floors, soft carpets, and big windows. I remember one time the power went out during a storm. The power went out means the electricity stopped working, the lights turned off, the TV stopped, and everything became dark. But you know what? It wasn't scary. My grandmother lit some candles, and we sat together in the living room. The room was filled with soft, warm light from the candles. She told me stories about when she was young, about her childhood, about her adventures. I listened carefully, feeling safe and happy. That memory is still very clear in my mind today. Here's a sentence you can practice. My grandmother told me stories by candlelight during the storm. My grandmother told me stories by candlelight during the storm. This means she shared stories with me while we sat near candles because there was no electricity. My grandmother told me stories by candlelight during the storm. My grandmother told me stories by candlelight during the storm. Now you repeat. Another common childhood memory is playing outside in the rain. Yes, some children love to run outside when it rains. They jump in puddles, they dance, they laugh, and they get completely wet. Of course, their parents usually say, "Come inside, you'll get sick." But children don't care. They just want to have fun. Let me give you a sentence. My brother and I used to jump in puddles when we were kids. My brother and I used to jump in puddles when we were kids. This means when you were young, you and your brother enjoyed playing in the rainwater on the ground. My brother and I used to jump in puddles when we were kids. My brother and I used to jump in puddles when we were kids. Now you repeat. After playing in the rain, children often come inside wet and cold. Then their parents give them a hot bath and hot chocolate. This is a very sweet and common memory for many people. Here's another sentence. My mother always prepared hot chocolate after we played in the rain. My mother always prepared hot chocolate after we played in the rain. This means your mother made a warm drink for you every time you came inside wet from the rain. My mother always prepared hot chocolate after we played in the rain. My mother always prepared hot chocolate after we played in the rain. Now you repeat. Not everyone experiences rainy days in the same way. Some people like to stay very cozy and quiet. They wear warm clothes like thick sweaters, soft socks, and comfortable pants. They wrap themselves in blankets and just relax. Here's a natural phrase. I like to wrap myself in a warm blanket on rainy days. I like to wrap myself in a warm blanket on rainy days. This means you enjoy covering your body with a soft, cozy blanket when it's raining. I like to wrap myself in a warm blanket on rainy days. I like to wrap myself in a warm blanket on rainy days. Now you repeat. Other people are more active. They don't just sit quietly. They like to move around, clean the house, bake cookies, or even dance in the living room. Yes, dancing in the living room on a rainy day can be very fun. You put on your favorite music and you just move freely. No one is watching. It's just you, the music, and the sound of rain. Let me give you a sentence. Sometimes I dance in my living room when it rains. Sometimes I dance in my living room when it rains. This means occasionally you enjoy moving to music in your home during rainy weather. Sometimes I dance in my living room when it rains. Sometimes I dance in my living room when it rains. Now you repeat. Some people also like to go outside with an umbrella. They take a slow walk in the rain. They breathe the fresh air. They listen to the raindrops. They enjoy the feeling of being outside, but still protected by the umbrella. Here's a useful sentence. I enjoy taking a walk with my umbrella when it's raining lightly. I enjoy taking a walk with my umbrella when it's raining lightly. This means you like to go outside for a walk when the rain is soft and not too heavy. I enjoy taking a walk with my umbrella when it's raining lightly. I enjoy taking a walk with my umbrella when it's raining lightly. Now you repeat. If you have pets, you might notice that they also react to rainy days. Cats, for example, usually become very sleepy when it rains. They find a soft spot, curl up, and sleep for hours. They look so peaceful and content. Here's a sentence about pets. My cat sleeps all day when it rains. My cat sleeps all day when it rains. This means your cat becomes very sleepy and rests during rainy weather. My cat sleeps all day when it rains. My cat sleeps all day when it rains. Now you repeat. Dogs, on the other hand, are different. Some dogs don't like the rain at all. They refuse to go outside. They look at you with sad eyes as if to say, please, not today. Other dogs love the rain. They want to run, jump, and play outside no matter how wet it is. Let me give you another sentence. My dog wants to play outside even when it's raining. My dog wants to play outside even when it's raining. This means your dog is excited and energetic even during rainy weather. My dog wants to play outside even when it's raining. My dog wants to play outside even when it's raining. Now you repeat. Rainy days can also affect our emotions. For some people, rain brings a feeling of peace and calm. The gray sky, the soft sound of raindrops, the cool air, all of these things create a gentle, quiet atmosphere. It's a time to slow down, to think, to reflect. Here's a reflective sentence. Rainy days help me feel calm and peaceful. Rainy days help me feel calm and peaceful. This means the rain creates a relaxing mood for you. Rainy days help me feel calm and peaceful. Rainy days help me feel calm and peaceful. Now you repeat. However, some people feel a little sad when it rains, especially if the rain continues for many days. When the sun doesn't appear for a long time, it can make people feel low in energy or a bit melancholic. Melancholic means a little sad or thoughtful, but you know what? That's okay too. It's normal to feel different emotions depending on the weather. The important thing is to recognize how you feel and do something that makes you feel better. Maybe listen to happy music, call a friend, or do something creative. Here's a sentence about this. I feel a little down when it rains for too many days. I feel a little down when it rains for too many days. This means you feel less energetic or slightly sad when rainy weather lasts a long time. I feel a little down when it rains for too many days. I feel a little down when it rains for too many days. Now you repeat, and when the rain finally stops and the sun comes out again, people often feel very happy and relieved. They appreciate the sunshine more because they experience the rain. Here's a positive sentence. I appreciate the sunshine more after a few rainy days. I appreciate the sunshine more after a few rainy days. This means you value and enjoy sunny weather even more after experiencing rain. I appreciate the sunshine more after a few rainy days. I appreciate the sunshine more after a few rainy days. Now you repeat. So, what do you need to make a rainy day comfortable and enjoyable? Let's talk about rainy day essentials. Essentials are the important things you need. First, you need something warm to drink. Tea, coffee, or hot chocolate are perfect choices. Second, you need something cozy to wear. A soft sweater, warm socks, or comfortable pajamas. Third, you might want some snacks, cookies, popcorn, fruit, or chocolate. Fourth, you need something to do. A good book, a movie, music, or a creative activity like drawing or writing. Here's a practical sentence. I always prepare tea and snacks before settling in on a rainy day. I always prepare tea and snacks before settling in on a rainy day. This means you get your drink and food ready before you sit down to relax during rain. I always prepare tea and snacks before settling in on a rainy day. I always prepare tea and snacks before settling in on a rainy day. Now you repeat. Another important thing is your mindset. Your mindset means your way of thinking. If you think of rainy days as boring or sad, they will feel that way. But if you choose to see them as cozy, peaceful, and full of possibilities, they become much more enjoyable. Here's an empowering sentence. I choose to see rainy days as opportunities to relax and recharge. I choose to see rainy days as opportunities to relax and recharge. This means you decide to view rainy weather positively as a time to rest and feel better. I choose to see rainy days as opportunities to relax and recharge. I choose to see rainy days as opportunities to relax and recharge. Now you repeat. All right, my friends, we've talked about so many things today. We talked about cozy activities like reading and watching movies. We talked about childhood memories, like playing in puddles and listening to stories by candlelight. We talked about how different people experience rainy days, how pets react, and how rain can affect our emotions. We also talked about rainy day essentials, warm drinks, cozy clothes, good snacks, and a positive mindset. All of these things can help you enjoy rainy days instead of just waiting for them to end. And here's something important to remember. Rainy days are not boring. They are not wasted days. They are full of small, simple moments that can bring you happiness, peace, and comfort. Whether you're reading a book, sipping tea, watching a movie, or just listening to the rain, you are experiencing something real and meaningful. So, the next time it rains, don't feel sad or frustrated. Instead, take a deep breath, look out the window, and appreciate the moment. Make yourself a warm drink. Put on your favorite sweater. Open a good book or play some soft music. And just be present, be cozy, be happy. Here's a final reflective sentence. Small, simple moments on rainy days can bring the greatest happiness. Small, simple moments on rainy days can bring the greatest happiness. This means that tiny everyday experiences during rain can make you very happy. Small, simple moments on rainy days can bring the greatest happiness. Small, simple moments on rainy days can bring the greatest happiness. Now you repeat. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode about rainy days. I hope you learned some useful phrases, natural expressions, and real English that you can use in your daily life. Now, I have a question for you. What do you do on a rainy day? Do you read? Do you watch movies? Do you cook? Do you sleep? Or do you go outside with your umbrella? I would love to know. Please leave a comment below and share your rainy day routine with me and with other learners. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to Daily Dose of English so you don't miss future episodes. Share this video with your friends, your classmates, or anyone who is learning English. Your support means everything to me. Remember, learning English is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It's about understanding real life, real conversations, and real emotions. And that's exactly what we do here on this channel. Thank you again for watching. Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. You're doing amazing. I'm Tom, and this is Daily Dose of English. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, stay cozy, and enjoy every rainy day. Bye for now.